Good evening, Casey Martin. How are you doing tonight?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks for asking. Okay, so I want you to tell me about a typical day in your life.
Well, I work at a restaurant right now and I'm training to be a manager, so that's basically all I do with my life. I work really long shifts.
Okay, so you work really long shifts and you're training to be a manager. How long have you been in your current position?
Uh, I've only been training for the manager role for 1 year, but I've been at this company for 6 years.
Okay, that's great. So you like the company so far?
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Okay, that's good. Did you apply for the manager position or were you promoted to it or how did that come?
I was promoted.
Okay. That's great. Okay, well, I see here that you have that you filled out an alcohol screening questionnaire for us. I would like to thank you for doing that. Okay, so uh, where does your current alcohol use fit in with your current schedule? You say you work really long hours as a management trainee.
So, yeah, I do work really long hours. So normally when I get off my shift, I like to have a couple drinks either at like a different restaurant or at home just so I can kind of wind down and relax.
Okay. So do you have any drinks before you go in to work or during your
Uh,
shift at all ever?
no, just after I get off, before I go to bed.
Okay, so just before you go to bed. Do you drink with friends or do you normally drink alone?
If I go to a different restaurant, then I'll drink with friends, but I also will drink alone by myself at home.
Okay, so would you say you drink more with friends or more alone?
It's usually about the same for either.
Okay. So I would like you to help me understand through your eyes the good things about you drinking alcohol.
Well, like I said, the good thing is it helps me really relax and wind down after a hectic day at work.
Okay, so what goes on at work that causes you to want to drink alcohol to wind down?
It's just the long hours and I switch roles daily. Like some days I'm in the kitchen or some days I'm serving tables and then some days I'm the manager, so it's just kind of a lot.
Okay, have you always had a couple drinks of alcohol after work?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're saying that some pros would be that it helps you wind down after work, um,
Yeah.
relax you a little bit, kind of take the edge off.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Now that you've told me some good things, I would like for you to tell me some cons or negative things that you drinking alcohol um, has on your life.
Um, so sometimes I have trouble remembering what happened while I'm drinking. I think that it's just because I'm exhausted, so I don't really see a problem with the memory lapses, but I don't know.
Okay. Is trouble remembering the only thing that happens when you're drinking?
Yeah.
Okay. So just trouble remembering. And
Mm-hmm.
so, do you have what type of things are you having trouble remembering?
It's just like I just kind of black out, I guess, when I'm drinking.
Okay, so you black out. Okay, so I have some information on low risk guidelines for drinking. Would you mind if I share them with you?
Sure.
Okay, so we know that drinking five or more drinks in 2 hours or having more than 14 drinks in a week can put you at risk for social or legal problems, as well as illness and injury. It can also cause health problems like heavy drinking can lead to bloating, diarrhea, and hemorrhoids. It can cause circulatory complications such as high blood pressure, irregular heartbeat. It can cause you to have a heart attack or even heart failure. So what are your thoughts on that information that I just shared with you?
Yikes. That doesn't sound too good. I mean, I'm pretty young. I'm not trying to have all those health complications. I want to stay healthy for as long as possible. It sounds like drinking can cause a lot of bad stuff.
Oh, yes, definitely. It definitely can. Okay, so I have this readiness ruler. It's like a pain scale that is used at the hospital. And so I want you to rate your readiness to make a change um, from 0 would be not at all to 10 being absolutely ready to change.
I'll say a 4.
Okay, you marked a 4. That's great. That means you're 40% ready to make a change. Why did you select 4 and not 1?
Um, because I have been, having some digestive issues and stuff and stomach pains, and you just said that could be caused by the drinking, and I definitely, want to find a way to help alleviate that. So that's why I feel a little more motivated to try to change, I guess you could say.
Okay. So you're a little more motivated to become healthier and kind of get rid of some of these stomach issues that you're having based off your alcohol consumption. Okay, so what are some steps or options that we could do or that will work for you, kind of help you stay safe and healthier and kind of get rid of some of those stomach issues and prevent um, the heart issues?
Um, I guess the first step would be to start drinking just a little bit less.
Okay.
Uh, yeah.
Okay. What would drinking a little bit less look like?
Um, well, I usually have about 4 or 5 beers and then maybe like a shot or two. So maybe only like 2 or 3 beers and no shots, or maybe just drinking only beers and no shots, or maybe just taking only shots and no beer, maybe like not mixing the two.
Okay. That sounds like a great start. Okay. So what else other than drinking a little bit less alcohol? Maybe a little bit of beer and no shots. What else besides cutting down on that could we do to kind of help you become more healthier?
Um, Maybe I could talk to my job about my shifts being so long so that I wouldn't feel the need to, have to drink after work to wind down, or maybe not switching my roles so much and only doing one thing at a time.
Okay, that's awesome. So maybe so we can cut down some of your roles at work,
Mm-hmm.
so you're not as stressed, and get some hours cut down. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So we can cut down some hours. Okay. So what reports do you have for making this change?
You said what supports?
Yeah. So what support? So what could help you in keeping your plan?
I have a work friend who I'm pretty close with, and um, She doesn't drink, so maybe I could stick closer to her and she could help me out.
Okay, so you have a work friend. Okay, tell me a little bit more about your work friend.
We've been working together since I started, so we've known each other for like 6 years now. And like I said, she doesn't drink. She's not a big drinker, but she's so fun and I like to hang out with her, so maybe she could help me with, not drinking as much.
Oh yes, definitely. That's awesome that you have a friend that you can kind of lean on. Is she also a manager in training?
She isn't. She didn't want the responsibility.
Okay, I understand. Being a manager can take a lot of responsibility,
Yeah.
a lot of your time. Okay, so tell me about a challenge that you overcame in the past, and how can you use those supports and or resources that helped you, that could help you now?
Um, well, I guess before I got this job, I had been laid off and I was unemployed for a little bit, but during that time, I was really like determined to find a new job, which obviously I did because now I'm, working at this restaurant. I'm going to be a manager. So I guess, just like my determination.
Oh, that's a great trait to have, determination.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so other than determination, what other skills would you say that you have or strengths?
Um, well, I think that I'm a pretty good leader since they, promoted me to the manager role. They think that I'm good at handling responsibilities and balancing things.
Okay, so you say you're good at balancing things. So you will definitely be able to balance the amount of alcohol that you drink.
Yeah.
You're going forward based off strengths that you told me that you're determined and you're a
Mhm.
good leader. Okay, right. So those are all great things. So is it okay for me to write down your plan?
Mhm.
Okay, and you can keep this as a reminder.
That sounds good.
Okay. So we have here, that you're gonna drink a little bit less. So you're gonna cut down on the amount of drinks that you have and not mix the shots and the beer together.
Mhm.
So you're gonna ask for a little bit less responsibilities at work. Maybe cut down on some of those hours, so you're not working as long. So you're not stressed. You have that time that you can kind of unwind, and then you're gonna hang out with your work friend that you said that
Mhm.
she doesn't drink, and she's someone that you can lean on when you need.
Right.
Okay. And so I have some resources that I can refer you to. Would you like to hear about them?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So we have the Detox Center of South Florida. It's a drug and alcohol rehab center, and they may be able to help you achieve your goals. Is that something that you may be interested in pursuing in the future?
Um, yeah, I would look into it. I would keep that in my back pocket in case I needed something like that.
Okay, awesome. Well, that's great. I can get you all of the information, and I can get you a pamphlet and their phone number and everything, so you can find out some more information about it.
Okay.
All right. I want to thank you for meeting with me today, Mr. Martin, and I look forward to meeting with you again next time.
All right, thank you. Have a good day.
All right, you too. Thank you.